So we're on week 9 in Global Hotspot Pakistan, and the question is if I had to choose a candidate, who would I vote for, Bhutto or Sharif? So the main problem that I have with this question is both of them aren't the best candidates in the whole wide world. Bhutto and her husband had a lot of they both had a lot of corruption and things going on during Bhutto's prime ministry. And then we also have to look at Sharif, where it was almost very similar crimes. Bhutto and her husband, what they did was they misappropriated government funds and called her husband Mr. 10%. But also, Sharif had those same issues as well. And so he was found guilty of corruption charges relating to the purchase of some steel mills, where prosecutors alleged that he misappropriated government funds to buy those mills, and the company was used by that family to launder money, evade tax, and hide offshore assets. And so he was jailed for he was fined like $25 million and jailed for 7 years. And then when we look at Bhutto's situation, they did have a little bit more of some dark stuff that happened. Her husband had a huge family issue with Bhutto's brother and her mother, which ended up getting Bhutto's brother killed in the long run, and he was convicted for that, even though he did become a prime minister later. And so when we look at these two candidates, I just don't really think that either one of them are very good. But if I had to pick one good candidate, I think I would. If I had to pick one of them, I would pick Bhutto. And the reason why I say that is because Bhutto, I think, did a lot of good for Pakistan, because of the education issues that Pakistan has with women. Bhutto is a very educated woman, although she definitely was not a very great prime minister, and neither was Sharif. They were both terrible. I think that Bhutto at least stood up for something, that just kind of did support a certain different elements in Pakistan. She was the first female prime minister for Pakistan, and I think that did help her. I think that helped Pakistan a lot move towards the idea of women in those kinds of roles, women in power, women in parliament, women in those situations. And so I would probably vote for Bhutto for that reason. And it's just interesting to see that Pakistan does not really have a very great track record for people in their government. Almost everybody who has served in their government has had a level of corruption, and most of them, and between Bhutto, her husband, and Sharif, they have all been jailed and fined for misappropriating government funds, for a tax evasion, that kinds of things, like messing around with money. And so when we just look at that situation, I don't think any of the candidates are good, but I would pick Bhutto because she at least opened up discussion for other possibilities for women in Pakistan.